le paso la palabra a la canciller de Dominica, Francine Barón.
Gracias. Excellency President Solis, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Foreign Ministers, distinguished heads of delegation, distinguished delegates, good evening. I convey greetings from my Prime Minister, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, and his best wishes for a successful summit. And I must also convey his deep regret for his inability to be here today. I am pleased to join with others in expressing our complete satisfaction with the warm welcome accorded our delegation since our arrival in Costa Rica, as well as the excellent arrangements made for this, the third summit of the CELAC. We have no doubt that these arrangements will contribute much to the successful outcome of the meeting. Chair, the Commonwealth of Dominica is pleased to participate in this important forum, and we commit to working in partnership with others in strengthening CELAC as a vehicle for dialogue and equitable development in this region. Chair, I wish to take this opportunity to commend CELAC for the strides made in the development of this body since the inaugural summit held in Caracas in 2011. We are convinced that CELAC has already laid a solid foundation for the forging of closer political and developmental relations between Latin America and Caribbean states. Chair, I also wish to commend CELAC for the very fitting theme identified for this summit, the fight against poverty, with an emphasis on transparency, accountability, and the fight against corruption. Importantly, we are pleased with the fact that we have chosen to pursue this struggle together. The fight against poverty transcends our economic, cultural, or political differences and must be seen as a priority on our national and regional agendas. One of the primary causes of poverty within our Caribbean region continues to be unemployment, due largely to the slow economic growth which has characterized our region since the 90s, and the global financial crisis which led to further economic decline. Despite our challenges, Dominica has seen improvement over the last decade, with the poverty rate falling from 39% to 28.8%. The growth and social protection strategy of the government of Dominica reaffirms our commitment to pursue economic development and poverty reduction through sound fiscal policy and administrative reform, as well as the creation of an enabling environment for private investment, social protection programs, and sustainable employment opportunities. Mr. Chairman, as we begin 2015, we need to reflect on our progress towards the Millennium Development Goals, which were developed to eradicate poverty and hunger, achieve universal primary and secondary education, reduce the spread of HIV/AIDS, tackle issues of child mortality, maternal health, gender equality, and access to basic amenities such as water and electricity. It is our hope that even as we pursue the post-2015 development agenda, we continue to give due attention to these issues as a community. The plan of action we adopt at this meeting will mutually benefit our countries in the areas of education, agriculture, entrepreneurship, culture and dialogue, citizen security, science and technology. Dominica is particularly pleased with the proposal for an energy strategy for CELAC. In our pursuit for energy security through the development of renewable energy, Dominica is actively moving forward with investments in geothermal energy. It is our hope that we can rely on our CELAC friends to partner with us as we embark upon this project that holds significant potential for economic transformation. We also wish to highlight the proposed cooperation in the area of agriculture, which is a key contributor to the GDP of the OECS islands. Mr. Chairman, we would also like to highlight the sustainable development of small island developing states, in which climate change continues to be a serious threat. Disasters continue to adversely affect the economy of our countries, and programs aimed at disaster risk reduction will be important to us. Chair, we view the post-2015 development agenda as an overarching development framework that has significant implications for multilateral and bilateral development. In order for the post-2015 development agenda to fulfill its intended objective of reducing global disparities, the needs of SIDS must be accorded special attention in the design of the new implementation arrangements. The SIDS framework offers Caribbean SIDS the opportunity to articulate their views regarding the need for the international community to create an enabling environment to fulfill the development aspirations of the region. As a current chair of SIDSDOC, a body dedicated to energy independence, we wish to reiterate the need for renewable energy to be central to the post-2015 development agenda, as renewable energy has proven to be an effective mechanism in tackling poverty alleviation and improving living conditions for the remote and most isolated communities in SIDS. Our relations with our extra-regional partners will be critical to the relevance of CELAC as an international body. I wish to note my satisfaction on the successful hosting of the China CELAC Forum hosted in China this month. It is quite heartening to us that these two important partners have agreed to work together in the promotion of mutually beneficial cooperation in the interest of political stability and peace building, environmental integrity, but also in the interest of the type of sustainable economic development that benefits all people of our hemisphere and of China. Over the years, Mr. Chairman, we in CARICOM have found that the best approach to consolidating our sovereignty, our independence, and our competitiveness within the context of globalization is to pursue closer collaboration, not only among the states of our region with whom we have a strong cultural affinity, but with our neighbors in the wider Latin America and Caribbean region, and indeed internationally. We view the CELAC Forum as having strong potential to undergird our collaborative and developmental ambitions of our small states. Chairman, before I conclude, I wish to state that Dominica welcomes the recent announcement by the United States and subsequent discussions between Cuba and the United States, pursuant to the re-establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. We express continued solidarity with Cuba and commit to continuing to advocate for the removal of the economic, commercial, and financial embargo of our sister state. Once again, Mr. Chairman, the Commonwealth of Dominica congratulates Costa Rica and CELAC on the successful hosting of this important summit, and we commit ourselves to the highest level of engagement in its activities at all levels. Gracias, Mr. Chairman.